detective.
I've been reading about you, Miss Tassioni.
Is back on the case.
He got killed in a duel?
I need you on a case.
I'm all in.
Elsbeth returns new CBS Thursday, January 30th and streaming on Paramount+.
The Grammys are coming. Live CBS Sunday, February 2nd and streaming on Paramount+.
SoCal's latest brush fire now going 13 hours in Castaic, but firefighters are making strong progress tonight. Good evening. I'm Pat Harvey.
Hi, everyone. I'm Susie Saw.
Well, more than 50,000 people from Castaic to Santa Clarita under mandatory evacuations or warnings tonight. More than 10,000 acres have burned, but no structures have burned.
And tonight, the fire now 14% contained. Wind gusts expected to pick up once again tomorrow morning.
And our Lori Perez is live in the hills above Castaic tonight. Lori, you have been right next to a very active part of this firefight.
That's right. This area has been very dynamic. A few hours ago, massive flames right next to where we are standing. Now a little bit of a different scene, not the big flames, but still quite something to see. We are miles up Lake Hughes Road into the Angeles National Forest, far from homes and buildings. So what you're looking at, what's burning here, is really just terrain. But this is still an area that firefighters want to watch, even though there is no town around. I want to show you something pretty cool. We do have video of hand crews that have hiked up into the hillsides. We saw them heading up in the pitch black, headlamps kind of lighting their way. They are in the hillsides over Elizabeth Lake Canyon on the eastern edge of where the Hughes fire was burning. And these ground crews, plus the air support, they have really launched such an impressive attack on the flames today.
The situation that we're in today is much different than the situation we were in 16 days ago. We have so many resources from Northern California, from the Western United States, international resources, aircraft resources, the number of helicopters and fixed-wing retardant tankers that are available to us really allow us to attack a fire like this and have it laid down right as we reach nightfall.
20 choppers and fixed-wing aircraft, by our count, thrown at the fire, one of the largest aerial attacks we've ever seen. Many of the air crews called in for the Palisades and Eaton fires, and luckily still here. And a massive army of ground crews, 4,000 strong, jumping on the fire.
The conditions that we're under aren't as severe as what we've been facing over the last week or two. But what you saw today is indicative of the conditions that we're in terms of the vegetation. Our wildland fire condition is critical. Absent wind, the fire is going to move through the vegetation like you saw today with the slope and chasing fuel.
At the peak of the fire, 31,000 people were told to evacuate, another 23,000 put on standby. Officials say they're grateful. The vast majority got out and quickly, clearing the way for firefighters to rapidly get on scene.
Many times we find ourselves trying to rescue evacuees. But today, the community heeded that lesson and many evacuated the area, allowing them to fight the fire.
LA County Sheriff's Department will swarm the area tonight to prevent looters, and the sheriff says his department has the resources now to handle any crisis.
We're ready for just about anything, which, by the way, includes being prepared for any other incident that would break, God forbid, anywhere in the county of Los Angeles.
From where we are, we can really hear all of these flames crackling. The good news is the winds are pretty light up here at the moment. That is no doubt helping firefighters. And again, even at this hour, there are many of them up here in the mountains, up Lake Hughes Road here in the Angeles National Forest. You can see another crew heading up behind us. For now, we'll send it back to you guys.
All right, Lori, thank you so much. And as Lori was just referring to, always a crucial part of the firefight, of course, what happens with those winds?
Well, meteorologist Danny Roberti, you've been following what we can expect overnight and tomorrow, right?
Yes, Pat and Susie, we are keeping a very close eye on the timing of the winds because it feels like over the last couple of weeks, these Santa Ana winds, they have been relentless, and we have not gotten much of a break. So we are going to see another burst in the winds tonight into tomorrow morning, and then big changes changes this upcoming weekend. We're going from fire weather to a storm, a winter storm that's going to bring us rain. That's not the case right now. I want to take a look at current conditions right there near Castaic. So we do have wind out there, but it is, I will say, much calmer than what we were seeing earlier today. We had gusts between 40, 50 miles per hour. Right now, sustained winds, they're now coming out of the north, 15 miles per hour, gusts between 25 to 30 miles per hour. The thing is, it is still so dry in this area, and that's what really helped this fire spread as quickly as it did. All of that dry vegetation out there. So here's a look at our current conditions. You can see through Santa Clarita over into Castaic, 25 to 30 miles per hour, 30 mile per hour gusts over in Simi Valley. And then we also have some winds that are continuing. Chino, that's an area where it's a bit blustery. Areas like Fontana, we're talking wind gusts between 30 to 40 miles per hour. So the relative humidity, this has been a big concern over the last couple of days. That's why fire danger has been critical. I mean, it's not just the winds, but we have this really dry air mass in place. So when fires start, they can spread quickly. And it's that nasty combination, that recipe that we don't want to see here in Southern California. It's the wind and it's the dryness out there. And we've been seeing our relative humidity in the single digits in areas like Santa Clarita, Burbank, even into the Inland Empire. Coming up, though, we're going to talk timing of the strongest winds and when we finally get a break. A big change here at home, rain this upcoming week, and we'll talk timing of the rain as well. That's in your next weather. Pat, Susie.
All right, we will see you then, Danny. And now to KCAL News reporter Luz Delia Caballero. She is live in Castaic at Tapia Canyon Road and Castaic Road. Luz Delia.
Well, things are looking good, at least from our vantage point. Over to our left, we're not going to show you because it's dark, but that's the good news, is that it's dark. I mean, we don't see an orange glow. We don't see any smoke. If anything, we only see what appears to be a power pole or a telephone pole that is kind of chipping away with fire and swaying a little bit in the wind. Behind me here, you can also see something that has developed recently. It's a hot spot, believe it or not. Maybe like 2 minutes ago, those flames were much higher. It was much brighter. And I think the concern right now is that these winds are starting to kick up ever so slightly, but it does make a difference. I mean, we can feel the difference temperature-wise. It's a lot colder, but we can certainly feel the wind. And that's a challenge that firefighters say that they have planned for. You know, they brought in extra people. They pre-deployed them ahead of this fire breaking out. They made sure that they had additional resources, and the firefight today and all strategies incorporated this challenge that the wind would come back. And so what we're seeing right now is anytime hotspots pop up, we see firefighters kind of assessing the situation, engines rushing over, and then quickly we see engines coming right back to look at the entire area from afar to assess whether embers are starting different hotspots. So that's kind of what we've been seeing, at least within the last hour. And I'm going to tell you, and this is great news, that these hotspots that have been popping up quite frequently are put out just as fast. And so right now, firefighters are feeling optimistic, and they're hoping that containment goes up and that we can keep the acres burned to about 10,000 acres. But of course, time will tell at this point. Guys?
Luz Delia, thank you so much. And our team coverage continues now with KCAL assignment editor Mike Rogers live at the desk. Mike?
Yeah, you know, Susie and Pat, I just wanted to show everybody kind of the footprint of this map and where it has been burning and why it caused so much concern for everybody today. This is of course, the Hughes fire that we've been talking about, and you'll see on my computer here, the fingers that everyone had so concerned about was this area right here.